Alberta is planning to change the game for hunting season. Forestry Minister Todd Loewen tabled the Wildlife Amendment Act, which he says will bring rules up to date. But there are some concerns from conservationists. The changes prioritize hunting over wildlife conservation.
Alberta's Wildlife Act is central to protecting and conserving our landscapes, wildlife populations, and the practices of ethical hunting and trapping.
The proposed amendments in Bill 41 include adding a minimum 6-month Alberta residency requirement for resident hunters and trappers, and introducing an option for digital licenses, permits, and tags in the future, allowing hunters to use certain laser sights on hunting rifles, and permitting the use of leashed dogs to track wounded game, but not for active hunting or pursuit of game. Updating the rules to okay the use of motorized, unanchored boats while firing a weapon, but not while the boat is in motion. And removing the legal requirement for high visibility clothing while hunting. The minister says that rule hasn't been enforced in more than 25 years, and he believes isn't necessary for hunter safety. There are also a number of changes to improve accessibility for hunters, like changing the definition of a vehicle so hunters in non-motorized wheelchairs are able to take a shot, and lowering the minimum draw weight for bows to 35 pounds from 40 pounds so that younger hunters or people with smaller statures can take part. Then there's also legislation that Loewen says would align Alberta with federal rules, where kids as young as 12 can use guns without adult supervision. One wildlife conservationist has concerns.
We feel that they're not based in science. Often they're not consulted on, and they're not benefiting Alberta's wildlife. They're not allowing even Alberta's wildlife to be hunted in a sustainable way.
There are changes coming to hunting bears and cougars. A ban on wasting or destroying the skin of these two animals is being lifted.
When a hunter shoots a moose or an elk or a deer, pardon me, they're not required to keep the hide, but they were required to keep the hide for cougars and black bears. But if we have somebody that wants to hunt those animals just for the meat, then I think they should be allowed to have that opportunity and not be forced to process a hide that they have no desire to keep.
The minister says this won't mean a change to bear and cougar hunting quotas, but conservationists still have questions about future implications.
Because this act already makes it easier to access hunting areas or to go hunting, then when you change a quota, then that quota might be easier to fill. So there are potential repercussions that we're not seeing in this particular bill, but that could tie in with other changes that are made.